Zoom, but it was nice seeing everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alan.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're recording. And who's next? I think it's Mary Jane. Would you give us a song?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm muting all here. So Mary Jane, please unmute when ready.
Okay. I was planning on doing an old blues song called Trouble in Mind. It's not as old as some of the songs that have been brought out, but it dates back to 1924. It's by Richard M. Jones. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always, 'cause that sun is gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm going down to the river, I'm gonna take me a rocking chair, and if the blues don't leave me, I rock on away from there. Trouble in mind, that's true, I have almost lost my mind. Life ain't worth living, I feel like I could die. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, my poor heart is healing slow. I've never had such trouble in my whole life before. I'm gonna lay my head on some lonesome railroad line and let that 219 special ease my troubled mind. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always, 'cause that sun is gonna shine, the sun is gonna shine, that sun is gonna shine in my back door someday.
Yay, thank you. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yay. Yeah, that kazoo goes great with the whistle, man, I tell you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, we'll move on.
Terry.
Yep. And his
Terry?
wife in there.
You remember, Terry, you remember Daddy's words to that tune?
Yes, and
Trouble in Mind?
but he got them from Manslips.
Gonna lay my head on that lonesome railroad track when that train comes along. I'm gonna snatch it back.
Yes, and a variant of that verse is in the song I'm going to sing later. So it's interesting to trace the lineage of these little ditties. So, okay, Chip, I am muting everyone. So unmute when ready, please, Chip.
There we go. All right. I like to play the mandolin and the guitar and a little bit of fiddle and banjo on very rare occasions in non-public locations. But you know, I do like to write some tunes too, and there's two of them. Actually, I've written three different tunes, one about each of my dogs. These are all instrumentals, and one of them just visited me for a moment there. And then there's two of them that my grandkids were involved with. The first one that the grandkids are involved with, I'm not going to play. It's called "Ghost on the Porch" because I played it for them, and I asked them what did it make them think of, and one of them said sitting on a porch, and the other said ghosts, so it became Ghost on the Porch. This one, as it was coming to me, this one was one of those that came in like 20 minutes, and there's the melody. And at the time that it was coming to me, this was just before COVID came out. It may have been the last time the kids had been at the house here, and they were downstairs and they were playing with some little, like a airplane thing that had a propeller going around, and I'm sitting here, this song is beating its way into my head, and it sounds like there's bumblebees downstairs is what it sounded like. So, because I kept hearing this bzzz as these little airplanes were flying. So anyway, the name of the tune, that was a long story to tell you. The name of the tune is Bumblebee. So it's in D minor if anybody wants to play along. I'll just do it through 4 times. Well, wait a minute. I need a little more volume than that. That's better. Last time.
Yay! Nice, very nice.
Thanks, thank you.
Much neglected minor keys and
That's right.
country music, at least. After all that background of modal tunings and everything from old time music, I never quite understood why there were so few minor key melodies in the later country music. But
Yes, yes.
with some notable exceptions like 15 tons and some things like that. Okay, and who's next? Dave, you want to take another turn? The first turn was Karen's, but you count as 2 folks.
Okay.
Oops.
So this is another old time fiddle tune.
Okay, hold on, Dave. I'm muting. And now please unmute yourself.
Okay, so there's some folks around the little settlement of Round Peak, North Carolina, and they play old time music in a special way. And this version of this tune comes from there. Special version of the Yellow Rose of Texas, but it's different from the way you usually hear it. One, two, three, four. When I get back to Austin, how happy I will be with the Yellow Rose of Texas sitting on my knee. Last time.
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit. First time I, was sitting around in the old time jam and said Yellow Rose of Texas. They're playing what I thought was Yellow Rose of Texas, but it wasn't. Oh, looks like it's me.
What do you think makes the Round Peak old time style different from 30 miles away in Mount Airy or anywhere else?
Dave, did you hear that question? I thought, or Chris could answer that, I think.
Anybody.
What's that?
No, the question was the Round Peak old time style. Tommy Jarrell and those. There was Cunningham, a couple others. What made it unique from elsewhere in North Carolina or in Appalachia?
Well, it just had a different sound to it, a different repertoire, and the way the fiddle and the banjo went together, it's just a unique sound. The banjo goes with the fiddle in a real special way. That's the only way I can explain it.
Thank you.
I think he's got his volume turned
Don't forget to mute everyone.
Oh, I'll do it now.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, well, I don't know. Something put me in the mind of this Bob Wills tune this week. I'm not sure what it was. Just came to me. The big bee sucks the blossom, the little bee makes the honey. Blackbird does the cotton sack, and the white folks take the money. Take me back home, son, I'm too young to marry. Take me back home, son, I'm too young to marry. Well, I came on the railroad train, I went down to greet her. She pulled up her red dress, and I pulled up my take me back to Tulsa. I'm too young to marry. Take me back to Tulsa. I'm too young to marry. I went to the railroad with my head upon the track. Thought about that girl of mine, and I gradually eased her back. Take me back to Tulsa. I'm too young to marry. Take me back to Tulsa. I'm too young to marry. Walk and talk Tuesday, walk and talk to Susie, walk and talk Tuesday, walk and talk Tuesday. Take me back, Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Take me back, Tulsa, I'm too young to marry.
I wonder why you wanted to be taken back to Tulsa.
Yay.
Yay!
That still gets sung quite a bit, even in bluegrass circles, Terry.
Yeah. Now, this may be an apocryphal story, but the verse that I'd like to go to Tulsa, you bet your boots I would, drop me off at Archer, and I'll walk down to Greenwood, was from the days before the terrible Greenwood massacre, when Greenwood was a thriving area and a real center for music, almost like New Orleans or Memphis, and it was essentially saying, take me down to Tulsa and drop me off in the white folks neighborhood, and I'll walk down to Greenwood where the real music is. But given the timing, I mean, the big Greenwood violence was in the very early 20s, and of course Bob Wills doesn't come along, until the 40s, 30s, 40s. But that verse could have been floating around. The song is really entirely made up of floater verses. When Wills first recorded it, he just it was a fiddle piece, and he basically did it as an instrumental, and they added words later from a variety of sources. So that's the end of round one. But we have Pamela Weems has joined us. So just in time, and hurry less. So I guess we shall extend our first round. The way we do this is that because with Zoom we can't really sing all at once because the video delays mess it up. What we do is we mute everyone, and the one that's given us a song unmutes and sings solo. And we can play in the background, but nobody hears us. So, well, thanks for coming. Do you have a song for us, either of you folks?
I don't today. I'm just going to listen and learn and see how you operate, and maybe some ideas will come to me.
Great. Well, the other person says hurry less, if that really is her name.
Nancy, I bet.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
You can hear, you can't
Quite
see.
well.
Okay. This is my first time on Zoom, so I'm doing technical difficulties right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
Hurry Less is very much a famous name here in Austin.
oh, indeed.
Do not rush more, but hurry less.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, would you like to give us a song?
Are you talking to me?
I am.
I'm not set up for it. I'm seriously not having good luck on Zoom right now. I have to figure some stuff out.
We
So
have some,
I'll listen and thank you very much.
We just can't see you.
Pardon me?
We can hear you, we just can't see you.
Well, I'm working on it, Mary Jane.
Well,
if
don't
you
worry, just
if
play.
you click,
I think I think Mary Jane's point was if you would like to sing us one, we hear you just fine. I think that's what she was trying to say.
Thank you. Is
Yeah.
this a subset, Mary Jane? You would probably know. Is this a subset of your group or the?
No, this is, I don't know what it is. Terry.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've sent lots of invitations out to lots of people in different musical circles, but
I'm trying to figure out what kind of song to sing.
oh, okay. Well, anything. We're completely eclectic. Though
Eclectic mess.
there's a strong tendency toward traditional music, whatever that means to you. And we sing folk music, blues, country music, music from the British Isles. We sing Mexican corridos and ranchero music and Swedish accordion pieces and
Bluegrass.
and bluegrass, of course.
Okay, can you give me a minute and I'll just enjoy listening?
Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a break, not very long, and then we go around and take turns. So I'll begin the next turn in just a little bit. So
Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
just a momentary bio break here, and we'll resume.
Maybe somebody ought to play one.
We need Fillmore music. Phil music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss Phil music.
Who's the first person that, I think it was Karen was the first person, I think last time.
But we don't have control of the
Right.
music.
We could all mute ourselves if somebody was anxious to play a song. I'd be willing to mute myself to hear a song.
I'll be happy to play a song if you mute yourself.
All right. What?
Terry won't be able to. Whoops! I can't hear you, Mary Jane. Now you're muted. Up there he comes.
Here I am. Did you miss me?
We did. We're ready to go. Everybody's muted. Not everybody's muted. I guess.
Let's begin again with Karen. Do you have one for us? Okay, I am muting.
What do you want to do?
Dictators and standing there.
Okay.
Okay, unmute when ready.
Okay, we're gonna do another old time fiddle tune here. G. G. Okay. 1, 2. It's called Great Big Taters in the Sandy Land. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yay.
Very nice, very nice.
Great old. Okay, and now Alan's gone. No Alan. Stuart, can you sing? Can you play for us? Okay, I am muting everyone. All ready for you, and you're ready.
Yeah. Yeah, as some of you know, my wife and I, we lived in Hong Kong for 7 years in the late 80s and early 90s, when the Hong Kong Folk Society was quite active, and it was consisted mainly of Irish men and women, which is interesting. But in the 1992 Hong Kong International Folk Festival, my first public performance, I was actually on the billing. I was like the 60th performer at the very bottom. At the top of the billing, there was a Scottish-Australian singer-songwriter called Eric Bogle. I got to spend the evening with him, which was very entertaining. And this is one of his songs. And the story about this one is called Now I'm Easy. And it's about a dirt land or dry land farmer in Australia. And that the word cocky is what they call a dirt land farmer, a dry land farmer. And it goes like this. For nearly 60 years, I've been a cocky. Of droughts and fires and floods, I've lived through plenty. Yes, this country's dust and mud has seen my tears and blood. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy. I married a fine girl when I was 20. but she died in giving birth when she was 30. No flying doctor then, just a gentle old black gin. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy. She left me with 2 sons and a daughter, and our bone-dry farm whose soil cried out for water. So my care was rough and ready, but they grew up fine and steady. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy. My daughter married young and went her own way. My sons lie buried by the Burma Railway. So on this land I've made my own, I've carried on alone. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy. City folks these days despise the cocky. Say with subsidies and all, we've had it easy. But there's no doubt for driving stock on your Seward suburban block. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy. For nearly 60 years I've been a cocky. Of droughts and fires and floods I've lived through plenty. Yes, this country's dust and mud has seen my tears and blood. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy. But it's nearly over now, and now I'm easy.
Yay. So in order for your applause to be heard, you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
But we can see you clapping. That's fine. And I wanted to say welcome to Nancy, who's just joined us. The way we do these sessions is that because with Zoom we can't play together because with the video delay and stuff it just doesn't work. But we take turns and we individually play a song. The rest of us can play along for our own ears, and that's the way it works.
And Terry,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get going.
Okay. Is that Chip I'm hearing?
No, that's Chris.
Oh, it's Chris. Oh, okay. Oh, well.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you next week then.
Yeah, next week
Okay.
we have. Somebody.
Let's see. She's got a new block.
Yeah, somebody's got a little bit of an echo going on. I'm going to mute everyone. Next week we have this weekly session as usual, and then on Sunday, not this Sunday, but the following, I believe we have the Celtic session, right? Or is it the Stone Soup? I've forgotten.
It's the Celtic Song Session on July 5th.
You're right. Okay, so we'll look forward to seeing folks then as well. Meanwhile, I believe that we're up to Jim. Can you give us another song, Jim? Are you still there?
Alrighty.
There you are, yes. Okay, muting all, and then when Jim unmutes himself, we'll be ready to go.
Well, I will continue the Eric Bogle. Bogle wrote 2 songs about World War One. The more famous, I guess, is called the band played Waltzing Matilda, but I'm not going to sing that one today. I'm going to sing the other one, which is a song about tramping through no man's land and through the graves in Flanders, and stopping by the grave of a boy who died at 19 in the Somme in 1916. It's called The Green Fields of France. How do you do, Private William McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while 'neath the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. Well, I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the brave fallen in 1916. Well, I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Or a Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did they pipe you the flowers of the forest? And did you leave a wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. And though you died back in 1916, in that faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, imprisoned forever behind a glass pane? In an old photograph, torn and tattered and stained, and fading to yellow in a brown leather frame. Did they beat the drums slowly? Did they sound the fife lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did they pipe you the flowers of the forest? The sun, it shines down o'er this green fields of France. There's a warm summer glow makes the red poppies dance. The trenches have all fallen under the plow. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless great gray crosses in mute witness stand to man's blind indifference to his fellow man, on a whole generation that were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the fife lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did they pipe you the flowers of the forest? Ah, Willie McBride, I can't help wondering why. Do all those who lie with you know why they died? Did you really believe when you answered the call? Did you truly believe that this war would end war? For the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the shame, the fighting and dying, 'twas all done in vain. For Willie McBride, it all happened again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they sound the fife lowly? Did the rifles fire o'er you as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post in chorus? Did they pipe you the flowers of the forest?
Yay!
Thank you, Jim. Very good. Mary Jane, are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
Sort of. Okay. I'm muting while you can get your answer. Okay, unmute when you're ready to go.
Okay. Well, since I've heard this anything goes, I'm taking advantage of that. I'm going to do a song by Kansas called Dust in the Wind, which is more of our generational song, not particularly old. I don't know when it came out, but I kind of like it. And it has that depressing quality that goes along with a lot of our songs that we do here. Okay. Close my eyes, only for a moment, and a moment's gone. dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind.
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Yay!
Does anybody remember the movie
Yay!
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? I ask
Bill
because
and Ted, yeah.
there's a moment in which they're going out and they're assembling various historical figures, and they get Socrates, and or as they call him, Socrates.
So great.
And Bill says to Ted at a certain point, "Well, philosophize to him, dude." And Ted walks up to Socrates and says, "All we are is dust in the wind."
And
It's also a good song to sing when the African dust is blowing into town, which is today's the
Oh,
day.
gosh. Yeah.
By the way, there is going to be a third Bill and Ted's Adventure coming out.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, they're committed.
They're a bit long in the tooth for that.
I would think so.
They got nothing but time.
I thought it was really the only good thing Keanu Reeves did because he was so typecast. But, yeah. Well, I do want to say that we do welcome listeners. And if you know people who like to listen to this music, invite them along. And if you prefer to listen and not sing, that's fine too. However, I do see that Pamela brought a box to squeeze, and I'm wondering if she could favor us with a melody. What do you think? Okay, well, I'm going to mute everyone else. And then if you will unmute yourself, please, Pamela. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
There you are. Perfect.
This is a little 12-button Hohner that somebody picked up, and it's pretty old, but I think it's got a nice tone to it. So let's see. All right, let's just try something here. If you'll forgive the fact that this is the first tune I've tried on this thing. Susanna. Oh, well.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yay! Yay!
Right. So, how about Chip? Would you do one?
Have any minors?
Yep.
I'm muting everyone. And Chip, we're ready for you when you're ready for us.
All right. That was great on the accordion. And I've heard a lot of ones that I've enjoyed today. So this is one that it was written by the Delmore Brothers originally as the Big River Blues. And Big River runs somewhere in Alabama, and because that's where the Delmore Brothers were from, and it became kind of much more popular after Doc Watson played it. And I'm not sure if Doc actually renamed it Deep River Blues, but Doc went to the North Carolina School of the Blind, which is right there in Raleigh, North Carolina, near where I spent many years. And there is a deep river that runs kind of to the west of Raleigh. So I'm not sure I know where the Deep River came from, but this is Deep River Blues, and hopefully the guitar isn't overpowering. This is a pretty loud guitar. Let it rain, let it pour, let the rain come down some more, 'cause I get them Deep River Blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the wind sweep along, 'cause I get them Deep River Blues. My old gal's a good old pal, but she looks like a waterfowl when I get them Deep River Blues. I'm going back to Muscle Shoals, times are better now there I'm told, 'cause I get them Deep River Blues. Let it rain, let it pour, let the rain come down some more, 'cause I get them Deep River Blues. Let the rain drive right on, let the wind sweep along, 'cause I get them Deep River Blues. Well, if my boat sinks with me, I'll go down now, don't you see? 'Cause I get them Deep River Blues. Now I'm gonna say goodbye, and if I sing, just let me die, 'cause I get them Deep River Blues. Last time. Thank you.
It may be just my imagination, but I think, did Sam McGee do that at some point?
Delmore Brothers.
Yeah, it started with the Delmore Brothers, and they're from Alabama, and it became Deep River somewhere. Doc Watson. I don't know, Dave, if you know any of that history.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Hurry Less, are you going to give us a song, or just keep listening? Are you there?
Well, no, I'm still fooling around with my computers trying to figure stuff out, which buttons to push and everything. I'm very much enjoying listening.
Okay, good. Let me recommend we've got some articles on the website that might help you out, and feel free to give me an email or a call. I'm Terry Sorrell, terry.sorrell@outlook.com, and you can contact me through the website as well, and I'll help out in whatever way I can.
Can I just say, hey, Mary Jane, nice choice on Dust in the Wind.
Okay, Dave, please one more.
Okay. You want to do How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear?
Sure.
Okay, I am muting. So whenever you're ready, please unmute, Dave.
This is a song I put together by using a poem and a very old tune. And the poem was written by a man named Edward Lear, who was famous for writing The Owl and the Pussycat. And he wrote this poem about himself. And he called it How Pleasant to Know Mr. Lear. How pleasant to know Mr. Lear, who has written such volumes of stuff. Some think him ill-tempered and queer, but a few think him pleasant enough. His mind is concrete and fastidious, his nose is remarkably big. His visage is more or less hideous, his beard it resembles a wig. He has ears and 2 eyes and 10 fingers, leastways if you reckon 2 thumbs. Long ago he was one of the singers, but now he is one of the dumbs. He sits in a beautiful parlor with hundreds of books on the wall. He drinks a great deal of marsala, but never gets tipsy at all. He has many friends, laymen and clerical. Old Foss is the name of his cat. His body is perfectly spherical. He weareth a runcible hat. When he walks in waterproof white, the children run after him so, saying he's gone out in his nightgown, that crazy old Englishman knows. He weeps by the side of the ocean, he weeps on the top of the hill. He purchases pancakes and lotion and chocolate shrimps from the mill. He reads, but he cannot speak Spanish. He cannot abide ginger beer. Ere the days of his pilgrimage vanish, how pleasant to know Mr. Lear.
Dan, what is that tune?
Come all you tramps and hawkers.
Right, right. There's a version of it that Lee Hayes used to do that he called The State of Arkansas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's used many things. I did notice we've not given billing to that third part of the trio in the Polajek household, which is that bird, which is limited to like 4 notes in a certain key, but very tuneful notes.
That's our cockatiel. That's our cockatiel.
Well, okay, I think. Is he aware that he's being discussed? Okay. Well, I'm going to hush everyone else up, including the bird, and do one myself. Okay. A Leadbelly song, and I learned this off an old 7 or 10-inch LP that was known later as the Hollywood Leadbelly Sessions. And he was backed up by a guy who was whose name is escaping me. I'll think of it maybe later. Who was a studio musician and part-time actor whose hobby was collecting interesting instruments, and especially zithers. He had a collection of zithers, and so when he heard the Leadbelly repertoire, he said, this would be perfect for the dulciola. The dulciola was sort of like a zither with a keyboard, so sort of like a combination of a harpsichord and a zither that was built by a little shop in the Midwest in the 20s. So he dusted off his dulciola and played these songs with Leadbelly, and you can find them on the internet, and I highly recommend them. It's absolutely unique, the sound of this dulciola with Leadbelly songs, but this is one of the songs he did. Well, come on and take heed. Just remember the death of poor Ellis Speed. Yes, come on and take heed. Just remember the death of poor Ellis Speed. Well, Ellis Speed downtown just having a loving fun. Let me tell you what Bill Martin done. Yes, Ellis Speed downtown just having a loving fun. Let me tell you what Bill Martin done. That deed that Bill Martin done, it was first degree murder with a Colt 41. Yes, that deed that Bill Martin done, it was first degree murder with a Colt. First degree murder with a Colt 41. Well, Bill Martin, he was long and slender, and better known for being a bartender. Yes, Bill Martin, he was long and slender, better known for being a bartender. They arrested Bill Martin and locked him up in jail. The judge said, Bill Martin, I'll never fail. Yes, they arrested Bill Martin and locked him up in jail. The judge said, Bill Martin, I'll never fail. Well, that deed, Bill Martin, that you done, you sentenced, you know you ought to be hung. Yes, that deed, Bill Martin, that you done, you're sentenced, and you know you ought to be hung. Yeah. That's better. Well, when the women all heard that Ellis Speed was dead, well, they all ran home and they re-ragged and red. When the women all heard that Ellis Speed was dead, yes, they all went home and they re-ragged and red. Yes, come on and take heed. Just remember the death of poor Ellis Speed. Come on and take heed. Just remember the death of poor Ellis Speed. Oh,
Yay!
Hey.
thank you. Well, that's 2 rounds. We usually do 2 rounds, and since we start about 4 o'clock, we're getting close on to dinner. So unless people have extra energy today, I think it's about time to wrap it up. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I will. I'll see if I can work out how this recording stuff works and send you guys a link so you can hear yourself later. And you should be getting at least an email a week of reminders on this thing. And so if you don't get it, let me know. And if you have any other suggestions for anyone, you'll have the link for our website to go to where people can just give us their email address if they're so inclined. So thank you all, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
Bye-bye.
Long Terry.
Okay. We'll better save the recording first. Recording.
Laundry?